guys, and welcome back to more Seduce the Otome. Hey, we are back again for the sixth time because I said so before. I'm gonna romance everyone who is romanceable in this game, and so in the last episode, we have concluded all the Incubi brothers or guys, ending off with Eric in the last episode, with his true ending being that we kissed off into the moonlight, and that was it. So we are back here again, and as I said before, since we finished all the Incubi guys, we are going to go ahead and continue to do the rest of the peeps. So first of the rest of the peeps and last of the guys in terms of romancing guys is Andrew. Come on down. Yay! We are not gonna pursue any of the Incubi guys. You know what? Screw them. They bust up into our lives unwanted and uninvited. So we're gonna go romance the normal ordinary guys. So we are here, as you can see from the screen, where it was the housewarming party, or in the midst of it actually, because this is the first time where we actually meet Andrew, because our mom dragged us over and was like, I want you to meet somebody, and then lo and behold, it's Andrew. And so one of the first I already did one of the first choices, or actually two of the first choices we have with him, which is either to simply nod to him or to place your hand in his. And of course we're gonna be polite, and of course, since we're trying to romance Andrew, we're gonna place your hand in his. Okay, we're gonna be like a lady. So let's start this, shall we? Place your hand in his. We already know what happened because I did it in my first run, so you guys can just refer back to like the first episode when this actually happened. I did everything right up until the point where you either follow or like stay put, and that was it. So I'm gonna say thank you.
Praise is very much deserved.
And we're gonna get some pleasantries in him. He gets scared off by our dad, and this is the part where I didn't choose to follow him for a majority of the other routes, actually all the routes up until now. So instead of staying put, this time we're actually gonna follow him. So let's do that. Let's follow him. I quickly followed Andrew, wanting to be sure he was alright. I felt a little embarrassed that my dad put him on the spot like that. I had to apologize. Let's do that. Oh, so he's actually one of the few people that actually go out into the gazebo. Ha! And I said last time, I was like, I don't even know if anybody's bothering to like go out there. So we wound up outside. The stars practically danced on the grass as we stood in the backyard of the mansion. It had been my first time in years being out there, but my thoughts weren't on the nostalgia. Andrew. Hey, Andrew. You looked pretty scared of my dad. Don't worry about it though. He ain't gonna like fucking kill you or anything. Andrew turned to me in surprise. However, his face was completely red, and in both embarrassment and humiliation, I felt terrible. Well, my dad's a pretty intimidating guy, so I won't blame you.
Oh, I didn't see you or hear you following. Sorry.
No, it's all good. Oh, no, it's fine. I should be the one to apologize.
What for? You didn't do anything wrong.
No, I know, it's my dad. I mean, for the way my dad behaved, he shouldn't have been so...
Oh, no, it's fine. I mean, I should have expected it and been more prepared.
Okay. Andrew rubbed the back of his neck and gave a goofy grin. It was intriguing seeing Andrew's professional side and then seeing a goofy smile away from everyone. And yeah, okay. Still, I'm sorry for that, yeah.
It's not a problem, really, but thank you.
Okay. We both smiled at each other before I reached my hand out to him. He tilted his head and raised an eyebrow in confusion. Shake hands, bruh. Hannah. My name is Hannah, yes. Officially. Hello. Ah. In understanding, his smile returned before he took my hand gently and shook it.
That's a pretty name. I'm happy to know it now.
Yeah. Nah, it's not that nice. What do you mean it's not that nice? It's beautiful.
I have to disagree with you. It's much better than Andrew. I mean, who names their kid Andrew?
Practically everyone does, but a lot of people do. Yeah, exactly.
But how about Axel or Ace? Something cool like that.
No, Andrew. I couldn't help but laugh at him. He was pretty chill for a guy who was supposed to be a vice chairman's son. He grinned and laughed along with me. I don't know why, but I felt warm, whether it was the almost non-existent breeze or the situation we found ourselves in. It felt nice. Wait, why would you feel warm if there is a non-existent breeze? That don't make sense, girl. Unless it's like warm wind, but warm wind is nasty. God.
Lewis.
Oh, hey, Dad. And just like that, the feeling had vanished. We both turned to see my dad at the doors of the mansion, staring at Andrew with almost a deadly glare. Andrew straightened up, trying to maintain a business posture.
Yes, sir?
Hey, Dad.
Your limo is in the front. The driver has requested that you return home. Now.
Which means you should go.
Oh, all right. Thank you, sir.
He looks like he's about to get skinned alive. He might as well be. Andrew quickly nodded to me before speeding back into the mansion to leave. As I took a step to follow, my dad stepped in front of me. Dad, seriously.
I don't want to hear it.
Ugh.
Do not become friendly with him. He wants to take the company away from us. You have no reason to be friends with him.
Now, you don't know that. It's just his dad that's doing that, not him. Gosh. Before I could retort, my dad turned away and walked back inside, muttering about how the party was nearing an end. Okay, I sidled into the house as well, wanting for the party to end immediately. And then we're gonna skip on ahead. Okay, we skipped a shit ton of stuff. It was after the party ended, Malik showed up. I did the usual thing, and then it was the next day. I went into the office to look for the book and decide to try, and we actually found the book and all the spells in it. We went back outside, we found the guys. I didn't disturb them this time, just so you guys know. And then when we went to go make lunch, I decided to make the lunch but not find one of the guys, instead to go back and eat in my room. So this is where I don't think I showed this to you guys, so I'm gonna show it to you here. So I decided against bothering them. They knew where the food was, so I went to my room instead and ate alone in my room. Hopefully I'm doing this right, because I remember the last time we had it led up to the option of whether we should like go someplace or some shit. I don't know. It involved a lot of the answers, and one of the answers I chose was to go to the graveyard, and that's how we met Andrew for the second time outside of the party. So hopefully I will get it. If not, I'll cut it and then just redo it and then just get to the point and I'll show you guys. It's not my problem. Yeah. I turned on my computer and started to jam to music as I ate my food. As I ate, I began to think about going out. There were so many places to go, things to do. Okay, so yeah, so I didn't fuck up. So yeah, we will get this option, and of course here we are. Grandfather's grave. I chose this the first time I did my playthrough. The only difference is that instead of going home with or taking up on the offer that Andrew had to like give us a ride home, I said no, but obviously this time you're gonna see me say yes. So all the other answers previous, they're gonna be the same. So I said it's okay when he started freaking out and being like, oh, maybe I should leave because you want to be alone with your grandfather's grave, and I'm like, nah, just chill, stay. And that's how we ended up talking about our CEO air problems, rich kid problems. So I'm just gonna skip on ahead just to let you guys just to give you guys a heads up, so you guys aren't too confused and too lost and like being like, oh, why didn't you include this choice and why didn't you include that choice. So yeah, okay, so right here, as I promised you guys, the whole CEO talk, he offered to drive us home, and instead of saying you can go home, I'll be okay, which was the last time I said to him the first run through of this actual game that I had. So we're gonna say thank you this time and see where that takes us. So it was very sweet of him to wait for me, so I accepted his ride. Andrew smiled before heading back to the gates. I remained with my grandfather. So I'm sure you're laughing where you are, Grandpa. So she's saying the same thing. So this time he waits for us, and then I'm pretty sure we're gonna meet up with him for the car ride. So I practically got out of the grave, but after a brief second I smiled. He's a sweet guy and he's a big fan of yours. Who wouldn't be? You cared for everyone no matter who they were. I gently ran a finger over one of the lilies in the bouquet. It was soft to touch, but my mind was filled with Andrew for some reason. Was this grandfather's plan? Did he hope for me to meet Andrew as a kindred spirit? I wouldn't be surprised. I chuckled softly before standing. I will be fine, Grandpa. Andrew's a good guy, but who knows? Yeah, who knows? I shrugged before letting out a sigh and turning back to the cemetery gate where Andrew awaited me. Andrew led me into his car and drove me home. And I went to my room and remained there until dinner. Really? Okay. Okay, so we're gonna skip on ahead. I'm gonna see where this takes us because, yeah, it'll lead up to the point of Guess getting kidnapped. Oh, hey! So I actually skipped on ahead, and then we came to the part where Lisette was bullying us, and she made us trip, and I think previous to this, we've only gotten the two option of either get her, which we start beating her up, or stand up and walk away. This is the new choice. I never seen this before, so I'll just glare into her soul and see where this takes us. I glared hard at Lisette, feeling whistle air and magic run through my skin and veins. However, I stopped at what I saw. Whoa, isn't that Diana? Around Lisette was a dark purple aura that seemed all too familiar. It was like demon magic, but it seemed to be tamer. I slowly rose to my feet, collecting my belongings as I continued to stare at Lisette. Something was off. As I continued to look at her, the aura grew, forming a shadow behind Lisette with red eye-like shapes glowing from within its darkness. So, is this actually the first time we meet-ish Diana, where we're aware of her or something? I don't know. This is strange.
Anderson, you all right?
No, I'm hallucinating apparently. Ugh, I'm tripping balls. I couldn't respond. I was entranced by a small hum in the air. It was distant, almost like an ethereal whisper you'd hear in horror games, but it was real. It sounded vaguely of a woman humming a tune I didn't recognize.
Hey, are you okay?
I wonder what this would mean for us. Would this actually lead up to the point where... I don't know. I have a feeling something might happen with this. Let's go. We'll be late for class. Anyways, I suddenly felt the need to walk away, so I did. Naomi and Suzu scrambled to catch up and follow at my new quickened pace.
Sheesh, Anderson. You look like you saw a ghost.
I actually did.
Are you really okay? That fall was pretty bad.
I'm fine.
Think she saw underneath Lisette's cake face and saw the devil itself.
Probably.
Oh, Suzu, hush!
She's right. No, something was wrong with Lisette. It was more than just her being mean. There was something or someone watching over Lisette. Diana, why the hell would you watch over the bitch of the school? Maybe because you found like some relation, some like, you know, like similarities between you two? Yeah, is that it? Or they were watching me behind Lisette. Maybe, I don't know. What they were doing, I didn't know, but it was definitely demonic. Ugh. So we're gonna get kidnapped. Okay, you guys, we skipped a shit ton of stuff, but just to fill you in on after what happened with the whole ghost thing with Lisette. We got kidnapped. We didn't have the option of calling either of the guys' names out because we didn't really pursue them all that much. So we either had the option of either waiting or fight. The first option I chose was to wait, and then the second option I chose was to fight, which practically was the same thing as I did, as I said before, the first run of this actual game. So we basically got out of the mess by ourselves, and then that causes the boys to end up leaving, and then Diana shows up and she threatens us to she either kills us or that we give up our memories to her of the guys, or like we end up fighting her. That was like the three options that we got. I ended up choosing to just forget about them because there's no point in putting up a fight if it means that we're romancing Andrew. So yeah, so I gave up my memories to her, and I didn't show that part to you guys because the only reason why is because in my previous recording session where I finished Damien's route, I said I had mentioned that I ran on ahead to do a non-romantic route, and that ended up with me choosing that same option again, which is giving up the memories. And you guys will see it once I upload the video, which would be for I don't know, probably it'll be soonish because we're almost done romancing all the people and stuff like that. But basically happens is that she ends up giving us a vial and we drink it, and that makes us forget about everything that's happened with the guys and Malix and shit. So yeah, that's what ended up happening. And then the very next day we wake up, we're like really like totally completely chill because obviously we don't have any recollection of like the guys and like the demons and like what the hell happened. So we're really chill. We go downstairs and stuff. Hannah wakes up. She's like, oh, I gotta go to school. I gotta get ready for school or some shit. I don't know. She just thinks about mundane thoughts about stuff that like such like school and stuff. But the only difference was, I think, in the non-romantic route that I had done previously with the same choice, is that she ends up going to school as normal and also ended up graduating as normal and stuff like that. But instead, she headed downstairs after getting up from bed from her after waking up. So this is where we end up in the dining room, and yeah, this is all new. So I don't know what's gonna happen here. So just like a quick paraphrased version of it. Like like I said, I'll show it to you guys once I uploaded the other route videos. So yeah. So let's continue on. I looked at my phone and saw a text I must have completely forgotten about. Really? From who?
Hey, I know you have school today, but do you want to hang out after?
Ah, figures. Figures Andrew would message us. But okay, sure, I guess. I couldn't help a small smile from growing on my face. Andrew was sweet and seemed like a good guy, apparently. I remembered how he gave me his number as he dropped me off at home from my visit to grandfather's grave, making my small smile bigger. Yeah. I chuckled and texted back. Sorry, have to study, sure why not. We're gonna say sure why not. Obviously, we're not gonna fucking turn him down after all that we've worked up to at this point. Like, Jesus. Sure, why not? I made myself some quick toast and coffee, needing a jump start. I felt drained and I did not want to fall asleep in class. Okay, so yeah, I think the whole exclusion of Andrew texting us wasn't included in the same route choice that I did with the non-romantic thing. Like, she ended up making coffee. She needed to go to school, and yeah, she always keeps like kind of mentioning and thinking that like something doesn't feel right, something like is empty, and like there should be something here, but she can't put a finger on it, obviously. So that's like the paraphrase version. I already read this through because you can see like the skip button. So something bad read it to you just for the heck of it, guys, because I think this video is gonna be pretty short with a lot of skipping around and shit I already seen. So something bothered me though. My house felt empty, or at least emptier than when I came for some reason. I couldn't put my finger on it, but it slightly bothered me. I finished my food and quickly rushed to the front, waiting for Naomi's car and confident that nothing was going to happen. So yeah, I avoided talking about what had happened yesterday. I will be riding with you guys from now on to and from school. Yeah. So as we entered the school, we quickly gathered our things from our lockers and head to class. There were no events to my surprise. Naomi and Suzu took their seats around me, Suzu in front of me, Naomi beside me, before the class bell rang and the class was greeted by our teacher. Yep, everything is all normal. History wasn't as boring as economics, but I still managed to space out in that class just the same. And I decided to keep my eyes to my notebook. I began to scribble random doodles, with some which stuck out to me more than others. I had somehow managed to doodle a small bear with a heart on its stomach. I cracked a small smile at the image, imagining the heart lighting up on my paper as I pressed the eraser of my pencil on it. I remembered what had happened last week, slowly frowning at the memories of my grandfather. I guess it was still hard to let him go. So yeah, so her memory wiped is basically excluding everything that's related to the guys, basically, and Malix and Diana herself. So to lose someone is never easy, but I knew that moping and letting his memory get to me wouldn't do any good. I felt, though, that he was watching over me. As stupid as that may sound, I felt that I was somehow safe. Like it was okay to not focus on school or my future and just live in my own little world. I could be a little girl and draw pictures instead of plan out the rest of my life and be perfectly happy. Sadly, I knew that wasn't realistic. Graduation was slowly coming up, and my mind had wandered into the future once again. What was I going to do? It was hard to think about. At this rate. I just wanted to wing it. No decisions had to be made ahead of time in my little world. No disappointments would come out of whatever I decided to do in my little world. Hell, maybe I could have found a perfect magical love in my little world and life would just turn out like a dream. It was sad to think that my world wasn't real, yet my heart still wished that it was. It gently squeezed inside my chest, almost convincing me that magic could be real. My mind knew better. I let out a small sigh, letting my little world hide away in my thoughts as the class bell rang. Naomi and Suzu smiled at me, making me feel a little better. At least I still had my friends. Yeah. I quickly gathered my things and left to my next class. Okay, so that was all the same. I read that through already again in that non-romantic route that I did after exploring around in Damien's route. And yeah, so this is new actually. So throughout the day, I found myself wondering about my future. What was I going to do? How was I going to do everything? Then Andrew came to mind. If I marry him, then I won't have to worry about anything. No, joking. Marry a rich man's son, and you're all set for life. He and I were in the same position. We both were in line to take the CEO position, but neither of us wanted it. It was adorable to think about it. Yo, why wouldn't you want it? I totally want it. A strange Romeo and Juliet. Ugh, except, well, not exactly, but you know.
Hey, are you listening?
No, I'm not. I'm fantasizing about my bae. I broke out of my thoughts, finding myself in the hall with my things, ready to head home. What?
Dude, you've been spacing out all day. Are you okay?
No, I'm not. It's nothing. What's the problem with spacing out? Yeah, I'm fine. Let's just say yeah, I'm fine. As I expected, Naomi and Suzu gave me disapproving looks.
What's going on, Anderson?
Nothing.
We're just worried about you.
It's all good. It's nothing, really. It's... Before I could continue, I heard Lizette's gaggle of girls giggling nearby. I prepped myself ready to fight Lisette or deal with another attack from her girl army before turning to the sound. God, I felt my face go red at the sight. What? Oh, hey! Hey, dude, what's up? Andrew was standing in the hall, smiling at me. The girls around him seemed flirtatious, but he only kept his eyes on me. It wasn't like he was holding flowers, but his older looks made him the cutie of the school hall. Uh-huh. I will be honest, he was much more handsome than any guy in the school. Andrew, hi! Yo, what's up? Yo, what's up, man?
Hey, I was waiting outside for you, but I needed to use the restroom. I hope you don't mind me coming into your school for that, right?
Yeah, it's a whatever, as long as you're not any psychopath that has like a weapon or some shit, whatever. Well, not at all. Hey, I'm not the owner of this school, so you can do whatever the fuck you want. Andrew smiled at me before gesturing to my friends, who both practically had their jaws hitting the floor.
And who are your friends?
This is Suzu, and this is Naomi. Oh, this is Naomi and Suzu.
Pleasure.
Yeah.
Yo.
They looked at me, giving me their silent friendship. Oh my god, who is the hot guy and how do you know him? Look, I glared for half a second at each of them before smiling to Andrew. Yo, where the hell were you two at the party, man? You could have met him too. God. So you came to pick me up?
Yeah, I figured I could drive you from school to wherever, you know? Save some time and stuff. Unless you don't wanna.
I'm totally gonna ditch my friend's ride for for your ride, duh. No, it's cool. Just give me a couple seconds, alright?
For sure. I'll be outside.
I thought you needed to use the restroom. Gosh. Oh well, maybe you already did. I don't know. Andrew smiled and gave a two-finger salute to me before heading out of the hall. The girls, like a gaggle of morons, followed. Wow, stalking already. You don't even know him. God. As I looked to Naomi and Suzu, they glared at me. What? Yeah, what? Why are you hating?
How did you know that guy? When did you two meet?
Well, you could have met him at the party instead of like hanging around the fucking food table all night. God.
You've been hogging guys to yourself.
No, I haven't. You just weren't looking hard enough. It's not like that, okay? We met at the house party. My mom introduced us, and well, he's kind of nice. Kind of? Naomi and Suzu raised their eyebrows at me in almost perfect sync. I sighed. Look, we're just friends, and he wanted to hang out, so I said yes, okay? It's just for today. It's nothing, really. Psh. Nah, you just lying to yourself, Hannah.
Whatever you say.
Even they know it.
Just remember to use rubber.
Suzu. You guys! God damn it. Before I could defend myself, Lisette strutted up to me, crossing her arms. What, you jealous that he ain't paying attention to your whole ass, huh?
So, who was that? A college boy?
I don't know, probably.
Back off, Lisette. I'm really not in the mood to hear your voice right now, and neither is Anderson.
Yeah, exactly.
I just wanted to know. Can a girl be curious?
You can be curious, but you ain't getting any of it, okay? Just saying, so there's no point.
Be curious, but don't pry.
Like hell she won't pry. I could feel something go sour. Something wasn't right. Why was Lisette approaching us? She wasn't the type to talk to us freely. Because she wanted to get up on that date, okay? God damn. She'd try to be friendly and shit. She'd be like, so, who's the hot guy? And be like, nah, girl. I looked around to see a small gaggle of girls gathered, glaring at my friends and me and ready to pounce. I also noticed that Suzu, Naomi, and I were cornered. What do you want, Lisette?
Well, Anderson, I'm getting a little tired of this game. For years now, we've been at each other's throats.
Okay, whatever, fine. Then just back off then. I won't talk to you, don't talk to me then. We're cool.
Excuse me?
Excuse me? Yeah, you did more than just fucking, like...
Shut it, Capini. The point is, let's let go of the past, shall we? We're both different people, and we're gonna graduate soon. I don't want to graduate with bad blood between us.
Cause we got bad blood. Cause there used to be bad love. Almost like a cliche chick flick, Lisette held her hand out to me with a smile. Are you gonna give me the option to either shake her hand or not? Oh my gosh. Was she joking? After all we had been through, she plotted her girls. She plotted her girls to tease us, to make us miserable. She was the mastermind behind any operations against me. Years of her trying to undermine me because we both were top of our classes and she wanted to shake hands. Nah, bitch. This wasn't like her at all. I rushed my gaze over her, trying to see what was different. Was she just tricking me? Was she being held in some kind of knife point? There is none. Figuratively, a knife point. Metaphorically. My eyes landed on a small purple pencil sticking out of her pocket. For some reason, it caught my eye. I knew something was up with it, but it was just a pencil. What could be up with a pencil? It's possessed!
Hello?
You're holding a possessed pencil, Lisette. I see what you're trying to do. I snapped out of my trance and looked up at Lisette, who was glaring at me. Well, you want to call truce and stop fucking giving me stank faces, God.
Are you going to shake my hand, or what?
Or what? Shake her hand, slap her hand away. Oh, darn. Oh, darn. Oh, gosh darn. Should I be nice, or should I give her a chance? Should I slap her hand away? I don't think so. My friends look very, like, nah, I don't fucking trust this bitch. Slap her hand away. There was no way I was going to forgive her so easily. No, Lisette. You've been a bitch to me ever since we were young. You've been underhanded, and you've gathered a little girl gang to harass me and my friends ever since middle school. What makes you think I will shake your hand? Lisette glared at me, rubbing the hand I had slapped.
Listen, Anderson, I did all that to give you tough skin. Look at you now, standing up for yourself.
Okay, good. Your job's done. Now go away. And you think bullying me justifies that? Exactly. My yelling caused Lisette, her gaggle of girls, and my friends to step away from me. Bullying me may have given me tough skin, but it also gave me scrapes and hard times in places I'm supposed to be learning in. You were seduced with the idea of making yourself the most powerful girl in school, and the only ones holding you back from that were me and my friends because we didn't bow down to you and kiss your feet. Yeah, tell her off! But mostly you hated how I worked my ass off to get good grades and wanted me to topple over so I could cry and give up for your sick entertainment. I wanted to hit her, I wanted to, but don't. After all the times she hurt me, she deserved to be on the floor. But I had a date to catch. Yeah! I walked over and glared into Lisette's face, almost nose to nose with her. You're a bully and you'll always be one. I'm not going to shake your hand just because you want to forget that. And with that, I left the stunned Lisette. My friends equally pissed, followed right behind me. Exactly, yeah. I think my friends would have been, like, really mad at me. They'd be like, girl, she just gave you the hardest time in your life throughout the whole entire high school year, and you're going to forgive this bitch so easily? Nah, bitch. I continued down the hall with Naomi Suzu right beside me.
So, what about this guy? You're going on a date?
I guess. It's just hanging out, which is a date.
So, we can come with, right?
No!
No way, Suzu. You have to babysit Francesca, and I have to go to a college interview.
Uh-huh. I turned and smiled at my friends. Trust me, I'll be fine. It's just hanging out. I'll text you both when I get home. Yeah, like a pair of adorable parents, Naomi and Suzu nodded before heading out, leaving me to head after Andrew. Hey, I smiled to see him leaning I smiled to see him leaned against his car waiting. He seemed alright, and luckily he wasn't surrounded by girls. Yay. Andrew smiled and waved me off. I rushed over and smiled back. Hi. We're not exactly outside, though.
Hi.
Hi. Yeah, but we're not outside. Like a gentleman, Andrew opened my door for me, gesturing me inside. I stepped inside and sat down before he closed the door and circled to get into the driver's side. We pulled out of the parking lot and began to drive to where I didn't know, but I trusted Andrew to stay local since it was just hanging out. But you just,
Look, I know this seems weird, me picking you up and stuff, but I promise you'll love where we're going.
Okay, I'm gonna hold you to it. I'm gonna hold your words to it. And where are we going exactly?
It's a cafe. The Pink Lady Cafe. The best cinnamon rolls around, and their coffee is to die for.
Hey, we had that option of going there before, huh? I've actually been there before, haha. Yeah.
Really? Oh, crap. I thought it would be a surprise. Damn.
Gosh. You don't really think far in taking me to places. You could have taken me to, like, I don't know, Mucho Burrito. Damn, they have some dope-ass burritos and quesadillas. I would have been really happy with that. I laughed. He seemed to want to impress me. Why, though? Because he wanted to get with you. I let the idea slip as we fell back into silence. It was peaceful, but at the same time, I didn't know how to talk to Andrew. The only thing that connected us was the company and my grandfather. He was funny, sure, but he was still somewhat a stranger. Exactly. Stay silent. So how about them bears? We're gonna say, how about them bears? We're gonna do it. How about them bears? Andrew let out a laugh. I didn't know what was so funny, but seeing him laugh made me laugh a bit too.
I'm a doofus. I don't watch sports. I barely know anything about sports.
Yeah, me neither. We have something in common. I literally when she said, how about them bears, I literally thought we just passed by some grizzly bears. Like, no sports team reference. Like, I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. Not even if you're a Cubs or a Sox fan. Okay, I know the Sox, but not the Cubs.
I'm from the north side. Take a guess.
I'm not American. I'm not American, so I don't know this shit, okay? So Cubs.
That's right.
Okay. We both laughed again. Chicago sports talk was a silly topic, but it was a start. It was better to chat on the road than listen to the car buzz.
You know, my mom always thought I'd go into sports. My dad wrecked that dream of hers real quick when he sent me to college prep. Meh, that was 6 years ago, though.
Ah, that sucks. Really? How old are you? Yeah, how old are you, son? God, we don't even know how old he is. All we know is that he's older than us.
I'm 20, turning 21 in July. Why?
Are we like 18? Or 6? Wait, are we 18 or 17? Oh my gosh, I totally forgot. But like, yeah, okay. Well, okay, it's not that far off. And you're in line for the CEO position? So young. So young.
Why not? You are too, remember?
Yeah, I'm even younger than you. And something I did remember, I was 18 and being pushed to be CEO. My dad would force me to try and take the position right after I graduate. Damn, see, I was right. 18. I sighed at the thought. Oh, depressed.
Did I say something wrong?
You made me depressed. Thinking about my future. No, it's nothing. I saw Andrew's lips pressed together. He was blaming himself. Shoot, I opened my mouth to say something before he smiled.
Well, just so you know, I'm the kind of guy that likes to stop the microwave at 1 second just to feel like I'm defusing a bomb. Pretty cool, huh?
Well, I stopped it because I don't like the noise it makes. It's too loud. Especially at night. When you try to eat, like, you're hungry and it's late at night. Everyone's asleep except for you because you're hungry. And then it makes that loud ass noise and you just wake up the entire fucking house. I couldn't help but laugh. Where did that come from?
Well, you sighed, so I took a risk and tried to make you smile. I got a laugh, so 10 bonus points for me.
Hey, I call them brownie points, but hey. I laughed and smiled at him I laughed and smiled at him as he kept his eyes on the road. He also had a smile, though, the same goofy grin he had before. I had to admit it was cute. However, the car suddenly began to play a song suddenly. I watched as Andrew effortlessly moved a hand from the wheel and pressed a button on his dash. What? His phone was connected to his car? Yeah, don't you know some cars actually have that? It's pretty cool.
Andrew Lewis speaking.
Hi.
Andrew, can you come to the office for a little bit? Your father needs a few folders and he left them here. They're in the meeting room.
Oh.
Really? Crap. Okay, I'll be there shortly.
Oh. He pressed the same button on his dash and sighed, slumping his shoulders. Yay, okay, well, road adventures then. Side trip adventures.
I'm sorry. Can we stop by the Anderson office really fast? It's on the way and it'll be really quick.
As long as I don't meet my dad there, but I'm pretty sure we will, and he's gonna be like, what the fuck are you doing with him? Yeah, sure, I guess. Andrew nodded before traveling towards the city. I had only seen the building once, but it was the base of operations for the Anderson Toys Company. I never went inside, and I truly was unsure if I ever wanted to. I'd have to eventually, but until then I remained ignorant of how the office looked. There was curiosity, yes, but I didn't know if I wanted to follow through with it. We pulled into a parking lot of a gigantic office building with the company's name in bold letters at the top. I had to roll down my window and peek my head out to see the top. Yep, still as big as I remembered it.
I'll zip in and zip out. It's just to pick up some documents, nothing special.
Cool, that hopefully I don't have to fucking meet my dad. I'll be right here, I'll go in too. Ah, oh, damn it! Really, this is a choice? Really, that means I have to go in. Okay, I'll just go in. Huh? Are you sure? Yeah, wait. Oh, wait, he's saying that, yeah. Yeah, might as well see the inside after 18 years because, yeah, I didn't fucking do it. I exited the car and closed the door, walking to be at Andrew's side. God, the building was huge, I had to admit, but I needed to fill the curiosity in my gut. What was it like on the inside? Andrew and I made our way inside, and he guided me to where he needed to go. All the while, I took in the sight. It was a corporate office, but it had that hint of fun flair with toys in every corner and on every desk. I felt a smile grow on my face at the sight. This was my grandfather's company, all right. Hey, Andrew and I entered the meeting room where a pile of folders topped with a strangely familiar purple pencil sat neatly on the table. What?
All right, there they are. Let's get them and...
What is going on
Oh,
here?
shit. I knew that was gonna happen anyways. Fuck. My blood ran cold at the voice. I'd know that voice anywhere. Hi, Dad. I turned to see my very angry father glaring at me and Andrew and blocking the doorway out. Andrew turned with the documents he needed in hand, almost dropping them at the sight of my dad.
Mr. Anderson,
We aren't stealing.
Lewis, why is my daughter with you?
I totally called that. Why is my daughter with you?
Well, sir, that is... I was just...
He was just taking me on a date.
Stop mumbling.
Stop mumbling. I recognized those words and grew furious at the sound of them leaving his mouth. Why was he so mad? What was so wrong about me being with Andrew? Yeah, exactly, Dad. God. What was his deal? Speak up, stay quiet. We're gonna speak the fuck up. Dad, you need to fucking chill. Where is your chill app, Dad? Seriously, speak up. Enough was enough. I stepped forward, placing myself between my dad and Andrew. I came with Andrew after school. We were going to go out to a cafe together.
What did I tell you about?
Now, I don't care. When did you get to decide who I'm with? I don't live under your roof anymore. I live in grandfather's house. I can't take care of myself. I can choose who to be close to. Exactly. I could practically feel my red anger rise into my dad's face, but at this rate, I didn't care. He had been controlling for long enough. I don't have to listen to you anymore. I have my own life now. I can go to college, get a degree, and do what I want. I guess I have you to thank for making me work endlessly for good grades and scholarships. I felt my courage bubble in my gut. I was finally able to fully speak my mind. I wasn't in his house anymore. I was my own woman. The moment you made me move out was the moment you gave up your right to decide what I do with my life. If I want to go to college and travel, then I can go to college and travel. If I want to give up my running for the CEO title, I can give up the running for the CEO title. If I want to meet with Andrew for cinnamon rolls, then I'm gonna meet with Andrew for cinnamon rolls. For my cinnamon rolls! I will get my damn cinnamon rolls! My dad stepped back, staring wide-eyed at me. I felt like the slap he gave me was repaid tenfold just with my words. I wasn't a child anymore. I wasn't his pawn anymore. I could do what I wanted to do. Come on, Andrew, let's go. I began to walk toward my father, who stepped back and let me and Andrew pass without another word. I continued walking, retracing Andrew's steps and to find the exit of the building. Hopefully that was the right choice. As we reached the car, I let out a large chunk of air I was holding in before getting in. Andrew followed into the driver's seat and looked to me.
Are you okay?
I'm great. Yeah, I'm much better now.
Let me just say, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm pretty awesome, huh? I smiled and gently nudged him. Come on, let's get some cinnamon rolls. Cinnamon rolls! Yeah, Lily and Kay greeted us with happy smiles, giving us cinnamon rolls and coffee practically on the house. I was pretty convinced Kay thought this was a date and wanted to make the situation more romantic than it needed to be. Nevertheless, Andrew and I chatted about ourselves. Right after college prep, he interned for the Anderson company and gained my grandfather's favor. His dad took advantage and got Andrew a job in the company part-time. Wow, connections. However, Andrew only worked there to learn more from my grandfather versus actually trying to learn how to be CEO. Huh. I was almost jealous. Soon, though, we had spent the entire afternoon together and it was getting dark and cloudy. Andrew drove me home, picking us up some Paradise Parlor for dinner, his treat. Ooh. We stepped at the gates where Andrew walked me up to the front door.
I had a fun time. Thanks for coming out and having some coffee with me.
No problem. It was my pleasure. Thank you for bringing me out. Oh, it's raining. I smiled as Andrew nodded to me, turning to head for his car. I stood there watching him leave. When the rain started to fall, Andrew unfortunately was caught under the sun and rain and started racing to his car. As I turned to unlock my door, I heard him stop running. What?
Wait!
What? I turned back to see him facing me through the rain. He was getting soaked, but he remained looking at me with almost an adoring look in his eyes. Ha, you've fallen for me, haven't you? What is it? Andrew quickly ran over, stopping as he reached the awning of the mansion and stared at me. He was totally drenched from the rain, but he didn't seem to care.
Can I be stupid for a moment?
Sure. I guess?
Listen, you're probably the most interesting woman I've ever met. You're not afraid to be you, and that part of you makes you adorable.
Thanks. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Was he confessing to me? This was beyond surreal, but he continued. But dude, I just I only really knew you for like a good day and a half. Like, the party stuff didn't really count.
I know this is stupidly crazy, but I really like you, and I know we've only just met. But I really want to be your friend, and maybe more, but if you're not cool with that, that's okay. I mean, you're way out of my league and stuff, so I'll understand.
Okay, well, at least he recognizes the fact that we've only just met. But okay, we can be friends? Holy crap, he was confessing. I stared wide-eyed at him as he confessed. What was I going to say? We had just met, but he was cute and funny. Are you going to give me the option? What was even weirder was that he reminded me of myself. He had an overbearing father, and the one person that cared was grandfather. Andrew didn't know his future, and neither did I. It was scary how similar we were. Maybe it was a sign. Maybe it was fate. No. I could hear my grandfather's laugh replayed from a distant memory. Was this whole thing set up by him? Was he setting this up now? Well, he's not doing a very good job because it's fucking raining. Like, seriously, grandfather, you could have just made it like, you know, like a nice moonlit night, clear skies, stars sparkling, no? Angel or not, I could only set my mind on what was happening now. Andrew had laid out his feelings for me and I had to reply. The question was, what was I gonna say? Sorry, I'd like that. Obviously, we're gonna say, I'd like that. I'd like that a hell of a lot. We're gonna say, yeah, boy. I like that. Why not? He was cute and funny and we seemed to work well together. I smiled at him and he smiled back with his goofy smile.
Wait, really? Really? Great! Wow. I totally thought I was being stupid and was gonna get kicked in the shin or something.
Why would I kick you in the shin? God. I felt myself let out a laugh. Why would I kick you in the shin? Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. Stupid thought, huh?
Okay. And Andrew and I laughed before I unlocked the door. Come on, let's get you dried up. The rain should pass soon so you can stay over until it does.
Oh no, I couldn't possibly.
Oh, but you must. I insist. Andrew smiled gently and nodded before stepping into the house after me.
Hey, didn't you have servants and stuff?
Alright, he's the only one that kinda remembered. Oh shit. Huh? What do you mean?
Huh? Never mind. Must have been a party arrangement thing.
Sure. Months went by since Andrew's confession. We were happy and eventually my graduation came along. The rest of the story could almost be passed over. I graduated from school as one of the top 10 students of my class. My family was proud, even my dad. Maybe it was because I did my best in school, maybe it was because I was finally a woman in his eyes. Andrew, who later became my boyfriend, worked hard at the company, but often took time off to be with me. Aww. We ended up going out and learning about each other more and more as each day went by. As for my family, his mother was extremely happy that he finally got a girlfriend. Surprisingly, I was his first. This to me was shocking. God, everyone is a fucking virgin in this game. Well, except for Dinah. She's a hoe. His father wasn't too thrilled, but after I introduced myself and got to know his parents, his dad came to love me like a daughter. Aw, that's cute. But what of my future? Well, with Andrew's support, I finally decided to stand up for myself. A year after I graduated, Andrew and I presented our cases, and the board decided to have Andrew step into the CEO position of the Anderson Toy Companies. Okay, cool. My father was beyond shocked. I congratulated Andrew and went to the University of Chicago to get a degree while Andrew dedicated himself full-time to the company. Ha! Plot twist. Andrew vowed to respect the wishes of the late CEO and help the company become an even grander company. Andrew had a large amount of heart, so it was easily accomplished. My grandfather would have been proud to see how Andrew helped it shine. So instead of like James, it's Andrew this time because they all gone now. With the CEO position filled, my father had no choice but to let me decide my future, which made me happy beyond compare. No longer would I have the future scaring me into a corner. I could choose I could choose my life on my own. That being said, I was still scared of where the future was going to take me. What did I want to do? Did I want to help Andrew build the company? Did I want to venture off on my own? Andrew reassured me that he would support me and help me through whatever I decided to. I was grateful and would never forget that promise. I was happy and nothing could shake me down from that happiness. One morning, a good couple years after Andrew and I started going out, I woke up and took in all that had happened as if it was all a dream. My life seemed to fall perfectly into place. It was almost surreal.
Is everything as you wanted, sweetie?
Fuck. Yeah, she showed up in the other ending as well, the non-romantic one that I had. Spoiler alert. Fuck, what do you want? I sharply turned my head to see a woman dressed in a golden black gown staring at me with an unnatural red eyes. For some reason, I felt as if she was familiar, but I couldn't place my finger on it. Yeah, she said the same thing. Is she gonna end up kissing us like last time? Like, seriously? She twirled around a small purple pencil, smiling to me with a happy look. I, however, wasn't happy to have a sudden intruder. Who are you? Obviously, we totally forgot who she is.
There's no need to worry about who I am. I just wanted to make sure you got what you desired. I didn't want to just leave you empty-handed.
Why the fuck would you place this fucking purple pencil in, like, random-ass places? What the fuck, man? What I desired? This was making no sense, yet in my heart I felt like it did. Something about her was making my heart both elated and angry, but I couldn't pin down why. Why? How did she even appear in my room in the first place? Whoever you are, you need to leave. I will not hesitate to call the police.
Oh, I'm leaving, all right. I just wanted a small pick-me-up. Chasing down boys and bringing them home was a hard job and took a lot out of me.
Yeah, she did the same thing as the non-romantic route as I did. And she's gonna end up kissing us and she's gonna be like, okay, peace. I felt suddenly weak staring at the woman. I felt warm and fuzzy inside my body and I wanted the woman to cure me. Why was I feeling this?
Would you mind if I steal a little kiss for the road? It'll be a long trek to where I'm going. And I need to make sure I have the energy to get there. It's only fair since I helped you get your little happy ending, no?
No, not really. I did this shit all by myself. Fuck you. I felt myself nod. What was I doing? God. The woman smiled before walking over, leaning over me, and kissing my cheek. I felt waves of energy deplete from my body through my cheek. I felt elated and confused, but I almost moaned at the feel of the kiss. God damn it. Just fucking leave already. I'm just so fucking sick and tired of, like, seeing your face everywhere. After a short moment, the woman finally stepped away. With a lick of her lips, she rubbed a finger over her lips as she stepped away from me. I couldn't help but stare blankly at her in surprising confusion.
Lovely. Now, this is the last time you'll see me. I hope you and your sweet Andrew have a wonderful life together.
Yeah, go. The woman placed the purple pencil into the cleavage of her dress and began to leave the room. I was too stunned to move, but I watched as the woman opened my balcony window, floated up, and dropped from the balcony.
And thus, my price is paid.
Okay. I heard her voice echo in my mind before I heard the snapping of a pencil, breaking my thoughts. What? What was I thinking about? What? Oh yes, my life. What? I let my mind wander to my future before my phone started ringing. I instantly picked it up. Hello?
Hey, can you come over to the office? I need your help in something.
You know, I swear to God, I know what you're up to, Andrew. You can't fucking fool me. I know. You can't. I'm a really suspicious person by nature. So you telling me to come over with this shit, I'm not gonna fall for it. It's like, you're up to something. I know you are. Yeah, sure. What's wrong?
come over and I'll explain.
Exactly. See, that even confirms my suspicion is that you got some shit planned. Okay, probably it's our anniversary or some shit. Okay, I'll see you in a bit. I grew worried. What was wrong? Did something happen? My mind began to sort through possibilities that could have occurred with Andrew. Nah, he just wanted to surprise you. I don't know why at the office though. Luckily, I learned how to drive and got a car as a graduation gift from my mother. How she managed to get me a brand new car without Dad knowing was beyond me. Oh gosh, yeah, that is impressive. I quickly drove over and ran to the building, being led to a room with my parents, Andrew's parents, and Andrew himself. Are you gonna propose to me? Huh? What's going on? Is it my birthday? I watched as my father stood up and walked over to me. I watched and waited. What was he going to do? To my surprise, my father kissed my head, and smiled down at me. Dad, what's going on?
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. What? What do you mean?
I've been hard on you practically all your life, and here you are, doing what you want to do. Are you happy?
Yeah, very much so. And my dad's smile seemed foreign, but I felt major elation just seeing it. Maybe it was sappy to say, but I never imagined I would see a smile like this on him. Yeah.
I love you, sweetie. You may not have followed the path I wanted you to follow, but if you're happy in the end, then there's nothing else that would make me happier.
Aww. I felt my eyes water. Did he really say the 3 words that I never thought he would say to me? Was this really happening? Yes, it's happening. My dad kissed my forehead before going back to stand near Andrew's father. I looked at Andrew, very confused but grateful to have heard those words. What's going on, Andrew?
You know I love you, right?
You're totally gonna propose to me, right? Yes, and I love you too. Before I knew it, Andrew walked over to me and held my hands. I stared up at him, wondering what was going on.
I love you a lot. You're sweet, funny, courageous, and absolutely wonderful. I couldn't have asked for a better girlfriend.
Aw, thanks. You flatter me. Andrew brought my hands to his lips and kissed over my knuckles.
It's been a couple of years since we've been going out, hasn't it?
Are you gonna propose to me? I'm totally gonna ruin like his entire plan. Like if this was me, I would just be like, are you gonna propose? Don't tell me you're gonna propose. Yes, it has, Andrew. You're avoiding the question.
I know, but for good reason.
'Cause you're gonna propose to me, right? And what reason is that? Andrew smiled and took a small box out from his pocket. Yep, there you go. I stared wide-eyed as he opened it before me and got on one knee.
This is all very sudden, I know, but I want you to know that I care for you so much, and I want to continue caring for you as long as I live. I definitely don't deserve you, but will you marry me?
Sure, I will marry you. Because I already know where you were heading with this. So yes, I will marry you. I felt my heart beating wildly in my chest. He was proposing. I couldn't stop myself from jumping up and down in happiness. Yes, I will. Smooch. Andrew smiled widely up at me as tears started falling down from my cheeks. He stood and wrapped his arms around me before he kissed me lovingly. Yeah. I felt Andrew slip the ring onto my ring finger as I kissed back, uncaring of the cheering going on in the room. I could hear that more people had entered and started celebrating our engagement, but I didn't mind. Andrew gently pulled away and smiled down at me.
I love you.
Oh, I love you too. Sure. Feeling bold, I stretched up on my tiptoes, kissing him with the same amount of love he gave me. He was shocked, but as I felt him relax from my arms, he kissed me back. I didn't want to wake up if this was indeed a dream. I felt light as a feather, not wanting to ever let go of this man in my arms. There was no words that could describe the emotions within me. I felt joy, happiness, ecstatic, high all at once. Here I was, holding the man I wanted to be with the rest of my life, like nothing else mattered. I vowed to cherish him and love him in the remainder of my days and beyond. And that was my happily ever after. Andrew's proposal, R. I think we already got the password. Isn't it Demon War or some shit like that? Exactly. Okay, anyways, yay! We finished Andrew's route, except... obviously, this time I'm actually gonna go back and see what would happen if I had done some of the other choices that came up. Like, some of them was like, I would go towards the other way instead of, like, I guess the more obvious. So let's see what would happen then. Okay, so right here was one of the choices I had with either shaking Lizette's hand or slapping her hand away. So I kind of want to see what would happen if I shook her hand and just called it truce. Because, you know, either way, you could either... I don't know. I personally wouldn't want to because she's a bitch, but let's see. Shake her hand. I was better than her, beyond better than her. She didn't deserve my hand, but I gave it anyway. Fine, let the past be the past. Lisa smiled before stepping back. It was strange, but the smile seemed genuine and complex.
Good. Bye, Anderson.
Okay, fine, bye. And with that, Lisa and her girl groupies left me and my friends alone. I wasn't the only one confused by the whole ordeal.
What just happened?
I fucking know.
Did Lisette just try to...
I don't even know. Be the better person? Yeah.
Please don't tell me you forgave her so easily.
No. Nah, she's a bitch. I could have done this? Really? I could have done this? Okay, fine. Nah, she's a bitch. Susan and I giggled to themselves as I grinned at them. There was no way I was going to forgive her. However, it was cute to see her try to make me forgive her. I shrugged. Was it a good choice? Who cares? Yeah. Okay, so that didn't... Okay, I feel like that choice didn't really fucking, matter. I feel. Okay, so there's another choice, which is over here. Oh, shit. Nope. I didn't want to do that. I'll load it. And I'll go here. We're gonna go here. And then we're just gonna wait right here. I'll be right here. You do your shit. I watched as Andrew left to head inside the building before laying back in my seat. Surely my dad was in there. I didn't exactly want to see him, especially if I was with Andrew. I let out a sigh and waited. Hey, wow, you're really fast. As Andrew promised, he was fast in and fast out of the building with a handful of folders and documents in his arms. Andrew put the pile of documents in the backseat and drove us out to the cafe. Okay, cool. So let's skip on ahead. Oh, we skipped, and this is the part where he drove us home, and apparently instead of him confessing to us, he's just gonna go off. Andrew waved to me before jumping into his car. I watched as he got in and drove off before entering my house. I let out a sigh. Today was interesting, but I felt it was a step in the direction I needed to go. Right. I shook out my thoughts and went to my room to study and eat dinner in peace. Whoa, okay, what? Okay, I stopped skipping all the way after when Andrew just kind of left us instead of confessing to us at our outside our house, and it basically led up to the ending, the non-romantic ending that I had first done. That I had I probably mentioned this 1,000 times already. Is that I already did that ending, and that was the one ending I would show you guys later on in a separate video after I'd done romancing. But yeah, it basically led up to that area. So yeah, now we're back here where we said sorry to Andrew because I think that we're just we just met each other, and maybe we should just be friends. We had only just met. This was too fast to suggest anything like this. I wonder if it's gonna end up in the same direction. If it is, then it'd be really stupid. I frowned at Andrew, who only nodded in agreement.
Nah, it's all good. I understand. Sorry.
Wow, he took it like such a good sport. Wow. Andrew stepped back, rubbing the back of his neck. I felt bad, but this was too fast. He had to understand, yeah. Andrew nodded before waving, rushing back to his car. I watched as he got in and drove off before entering my house. I let out a sigh. It was for the best. I feel like it would lead up to the same first non-romantic ending that I did. Okay, guys, so basically I feel like all the other secondary choices that we would make, or that I would make, that doesn't lead up to the point of actually dating and ending up dating Andrew and stuff like that, would lead up to the non-romantic ending that I first got and did after I poked around in Damien's route. So there was no point in showing it because I've seen it, I've read it all before, and like I said, you guys would see it eventually because I still have the video. I just need to edit and upload it along with all the other non-romantic endings that I will get for this game. But for now, I guess, yeah, that so concludes Andrew's route. Woo, okay, so that was that we've seen what we all needed to see. I just wanted to make sure then, I guess, if I got all his CGs. Where extras? I'm sorry, why did I even click that? Anyways, Andrew. Yeah, okay, so I got all his CGs, so that means we've seen everything, we've done everything, and yeah, nothing much to see that is new other than any other non-romantic endings, but I would do that afterwards. So until then, you guys, I will see you in the next episode. And the next episode, I will be romancing or going on the route to, I think I decided it was Suzu, Naomi, and then Diana. So Suzu then. We're gonna go romance Suzu. And then, yeah, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye!